Happy fresh start of the week. So excited that you're here, girl or sir. I've been having a lot of guys come in here lately, okay? And again, let me just say this now because y'all know I like to get straight into it. This is your first time seeing me. My name is Sierra Janae. I'm a wife and mama too, and I get on here to show the mamas how to start building these skills, okay? Or really just anybody, y'all. I encourage you all to start building high income skills, okay? Like every time I feel like I get off alive and I end up watching the news or whatever like that, like I'm one of them type of people where I let I don't know why. That's why you gotta stay prayed up, girl. That's why you gotta talk to Jesus. Cause it's really getting scary out here in these 9 to 5 streets, baby. It really is, and how they talking about and just how like income, like how people's income is really like in danger. You know what I'm saying? And it's like get ahead, be proactive while you can instead of being reactive and wait to the last minute. And that's just what I encourage. So if you are someone who's been wanting to learn how to build income skills, like you're oblivious to like what do you mean when you say income skills, girl, I'm talking about branding, marketing, creating something of your own so you can create opportunities for yourself, so you can create your own offers, so you can do basically what you want to do when you want to do it. Honestly, I still work my 9 to 5. I am not ashamed to say that. I think it's smart, and I don't have to work as hard because I've created multiple streams of income for myself, and it all started from me while I was on my 9 to 5. I Let me see. Okay, y'all, it's being ghetto. Let me see. Monday is Monday. What's going on? Am I in the live? Am I in my live? Hello. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I can hear me on here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Y'all come up. Y'all come up and hear me. Right? Cause I'm delayed on here, girl. Hey, before I start talking, it's ghetto. Okay. Hey, Jew, how are you? Happy Monday, sis. Hello, I'm a girl. I am 18 years old and 850 pounds. Oh, okay. Hey, girl. Okay, so sorry. Y'all probably couldn't hear nothing that I was saying in the beginning, and my apologies. But I'm sorry. Okay, let me focus. Thank you, beautiful. I'm doing good. I did a little bit of content today. Now I'm making some bracelets for a client. Okay, are you filming that while you're doing it? Don't pay attention to this paint on my hand. I was painting Zyla ass earlier. Um, okay, so I hope you turn that into some content, and you inspired me. I just want to let you know, Drew, that the Selling Mama Saturday that I'm doing this week is really to help y'all really focus on like, or not even focus, but learning how to incorporate both your own offer and what it is that you want to talk about. Like I had went ahead and recorded it. With talking about NPM or whatever. So I think that's gonna be really, really helpful. That's why I love talking to y'all and we be having these conversations because again, y'all be swerving down, I be helping you, but you be helping me, girl. So thank you for that, and I can't wait for you to see it. Hey Q, how are you? Well, y'all, I wanted to get on here and talk about well, just in general. First of all, like I said, if you are interested in learning high income skills, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Let me know in the chat. I'll be happy to help you get started. But just this whole like, because one thing that I like to be very transparent with my audience. I like anything that I know. I like to put y'all on and tell y'all you better catch me while you can. Okay, I'm the gingerbread man. Well, thank you. We appreciate everything you do. Oh, thank you, June. Welcome in. Thank you, Ju. But I wanted to because I feel like a lot of people are going through this, and like, as a person that I say this humbly, y'all, as a person that a lot of people somewhat kind of look up to or be like, oh, you have it all together. I just want you to know, like, even a person that has me, I made over $300,000 in this in being online and everything like that. I still have my moments. I still have days where like I don't have it all together. This is why I recently invested into a coach for myself so I can elevate myself and scale my business even further, right? And this is why I encourage everybody, like, it's important to get in rooms with people. It's important to have conversations with people that they have the results that you want to achieve. Now, not saying that you trying to copy off their life or you trying to take their life. I ain't saying that, right? But someone that's already done it, right? Because it can help you avoid a lot of mistakes. And that's why, hey, Mika, girl, I let you in the community. I seen you been navigating around, sis. Let me know whenever you're ready. I got some availability today. If you still want to hop on a call, I always tell people, like, if you want to, give yourself some time, go through that 30-day kind of like blueprint in the very first module. But again, whenever you're ready, we can get that website set up and I will meet with you for your game plan and everything like that. Okay. But I'm so excited for you. I hope you already are loving the community and, again, girl, you gonna have a good time. And like I said, I'm on that ass. All right. But whenever you're ready, I got you. But yeah, I hate that, like, social media, y'all, like, because I was once that person that I feel like that used to be like, oh, this person has it all together. I want to be just like them. I want to do the things that they're doing, da da da, whatever like that. Is you a man? I'm not. But thank you for thinking that I'm just so pretty that I must be a man. I appreciate you. But like, y'all, nobody at the end of the day has all of the answers. Nobody has it all figured out. Everybody, even the people that you look up to, y'all, I have conversations with people that have made $8 million and they still be in their head. They still be second guessing themselves. That's a part of being human. You know what I mean? That's completely normal. And y'all got to normalize that. Stop spending so much time and energy worrying about if something is going to be perfect and put it out there. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. If they resonate with it, they resonate with it. If they don't, they don't, right? And that's how you get better. But if you never actually step out and actually do the one thing that you keep saying that's been on your mind, that you keep, going back and forth in your head about, it's like you're wasting time and energy. And I say that to say, because like I said, I'm always trying to encourage people as you're on your 9 to 5. People don't like understand, like, and I swear I bring this up all the time. I really be feeling like this is why my journey is really, I mean, everybody's journey is unique, right? But this is why I be feeling like my journey is unique, because like people literally hop into entrepreneurship, and don't get me wrong, so they can quit their job, and that should be the goal, right? But at the same time, you can build, it's really, really smarter to build, because it's like we make decisions, we make moves off of our emotions sometimes, right? A lot of us do that. And like when you are operating out of desperate energy, sometimes you're not going to give your best foot forward, right? You're just doing anything that you can just so you can get some money, when while you're on your 9 to 5, for me, working my 9 to 5, even though it's not anything crazy or like hard or anything like that, it really helps me stay balanced, and it really helps me stay disciplined, right? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, baby, honey, when you make your check in a day, you know what I'm saying? When you make your 2 week paycheck in a day, hell yeah, it'd be hard. Like, it'd be tempted as fuck to quit. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But at the same time, me having that ability to stay disciplined and still move in a certain type of way, as like I try to show up and I try to create my content as if like, baby, the rent due tomorrow and I need this money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I also really try to give value and serve people first. You know what I mean? And I know eventually there's times y'all working on this internet, maybe I'm dropping gems after gems after gems after gems, and don't nobody buy nothing. That's a part of the game. But from talking to so many different entrepreneurs, from coaching a lot of different people, being in rooms with a lot of different these people, I noticed that like a lot of people get in their head and be in their feelings when they like, I didn't make this, da da da, whatever like that, because it's like you're such on a, what's, like, I don't know, like short lease. I don't even know what how to say it or the word, but it's just like there's nothing wrong, is what all I'm trying to say is there's nothing wrong with building skills as you work in your 9 to 5. So don't let nobody or anybody try to make you feel a certain type of way, like you have to choose one or the other. Baby, health insurance is a motherfucker out here, okay? And a lot of people can't, it's expensive as hell trying to have a 401k and things like that. When you entrepreneur, yeah, you got freedom. Yeah, you can move how you want to move, but there's still a lot of things that you have to handle outside, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, that a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't, you know what I mean, handling your business, your money, paying them taxes quarterly. Girl, Okay, there's just so many different things that you got to handle. So there's nothing wrong. All I'm saying is use your 9 to 5, baby, to pay your bills, but start building a business. Start having creating an asset for yourself where you know what I'm saying that can fund your freedom, that can fund you being able to do because everybody deserves to be happy and live the life that they want to live, and I encourage that, right? And that, again, eventually I probably will leave my job. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, I be literally having people y'all in my job that ask me all the time, like, so how long? Like they be irritated with me, like, well, how long are you gonna work here for? Why are you here? And I'm like, because it's never enough. What you mean? And at the same time, I don't want to be out here on these social media streets. Baby, social media can shut down. Anything could motherfucking happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. There's nothing wrong. Well, the true wealthy people, baby, have multiple streams of income. You should have at least 3 streams of income, y'all. Okay, whether that's you know what I mean, your one being your 9 to 5, and you can create assets or invest in something that's gonna make you money while you're not physically having to move your body, your fingers and your toes, you physically showing up. You know what I mean? And that's why I encourage all people to learn high income skills because there's so much that you can do. You know, not to bring up, I don't know why this just randomly came up in my head, but like when we think of the Charlie Kirk person and everything like that, like this man at the end of the day, may he rest his soul. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but this man established a whole brand just off of him being racist. You know what I'm saying? Created a whole following, was respected by our motherfucking president. You know what I'm saying? All from a personal brand. If that don't tell you shit, and I hate to use him as an example, but I'm just saying, if that don't tell you shit, and you don't take it, that man ain't better than you. He ain't better than this person, this person, this person. But that's the power of creating a strong brand, right? And having an opinion where you can draw people in, and those people that you draw in are going to become loyal followers, baby. Will do anything for your motherfucking ass, right? I don't know why this came up, but this was just the most this is what came to mind first. But like that's the power of having a personal brand, y'all. And for a lot of y'all that think that social media is just, oh, you know, I'm sharing pictures with my cousins and it could be so much more than that. It could be so lucrative for you. And that's what I like. If a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but like I don't give a fuck about social media. I don't give a damn to be on here. But at the same time, what it has done for me and the opportunities that I get from it, all from me being consistent in talking about my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it damn near is impossible. I think Kim Kardashian said this, you know, in her masterclass. Like, it literally is almost impossible to have a business, a successful business in this world today without utilizing social media. But the really cool and amazing thing about it is you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. There's different creative ways to position yourself right for you to make money. The point is social media is literally free advertisement. So whatever gifts, talents that you have, if it can solve a problem, if people are actively searching for it, you can turn that into income for yourself. You know what I mean? And there's nothing bad about that. There's no reason to feel bad about that. And you know, if I wish a lot of more people would really kind of like normalize that. People like to normalize living paycheck to paycheck and just having enough versus, hey, let me learn a skill that I can really actually benefit from. Because again, we're taught to get out of high school, go to college. You're not even the same person that you are when you enter college, when you come out. And I'm not just saying that because you learned a skill. I'm saying like you're still young minded. You don't even know what the fuck you want to do. And then by the time you're 22, 25, like, baby, I'm a whole different person. Like y'all went to school for aviation engineering. I used to brag about that shit. I used to think that I was, you know what I'm saying? I used to think that, baby, I'm gonna be air traffic control. I'm going to the Air Force, okay? Like, I thought that was gonna be like who I was. Baby, by the time I hit 23, what? Girl, what the hell was I thinking? I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, that's one thing that I encourage, you know, with my kids and everything like that. Like, you know, I encourage first having something of your own. But if you want to be in corporate America, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, have a backup plan just in case, because to see so many women, black women, women that look like me, that went to school, that put in that work, that put in their time, and they lost their motherfucking job on some bullshit just because of the color of their skin. That's the world that we living in right now, y'all. And regardless, you want to call it DEI, whatever the hell, just a woman, period. They want women, black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, whatever the hell you are, right? They want us back at home. They trying to take us back in time. So I'm like, bitch, if you're going to be at home, you might as well go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? get you a big one and create something from it, y'all. Like, again, our ancestors, our parents, they didn't have, you know, like they really used to have to go get it out of the mud. We have, it's too easy nowadays. And when I say easy, I mean having the access, not being denied because the color of your motherfucking skin, not being denied because, now granted, it do be some other moments where you might get surpassed because of the color of your skin, but that's a whole nother conversation another day, right? But at the same time, y'all, you on your phone, Pull up your screen times. Pull up how much time you spend on your phone. Pull up how much time you literally study and watch somebody. Girl, it's damn near a part-time job. How long some of y'all been watching people? Some of y'all been watching me for a long time, and you still haven't took action. You still haven't did nothing. Why? But then you want to sit and complain about, oh, God just won't look after me. He just won't bless me. He just won't send me an opportunity. No, God waiting for you to move. Okay, He waiting for you to move. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, I used to be that way. I used to be like, well, damn, I'm a good person. I'm always trying to do right by people. But when are you gonna move? When are you gonna get uncomfortable and do something? Because nothing is ever gonna change if you don't change. Nothing is ever gonna change if you don't change your ways and change your way of thinking. You think that, oh, if you just keep signing up, how's that working out for you? If you keep signing up for overtime, 80 hours of overtime, but yet you still broke. If you keep signing up to do DoorDash, Instacart, Spark, or whatever, but you still broke, like, baby, it's time to do something else. Let's try something else, okay? And again, stop feeling like it and shift your perspective and understand that there are so many other ways to make money without you physically moving your body, without you physically having to be present. And when you learn that, that truly creates something that is like, that's why I always say, like, I know I never have to worry about being broke again, because even if the internet shut down tomorrow, bitch, I can take the skills that I learned from this motherfucking internet, from the course that I got started with, right? From even my program, right? And I can take that and I can go to a local business and be like, hey, you need me to make some flyers for you? You need me to do this for you? You need me to do what you need or whatever? And that's the power of high income skills, y'all. That's the why you should learn it. Not because it's about reselling the course. Not because it's, you know what I mean? Like, and when people be quick to be like, it's a pyramid scheme. How is shit a pyramid scheme when you making 100% profit? How is it a pyramid scheme when you actually getting the profit for what you sell? For what you put in is what you get out. So again, the scam is your mindset and thinking that the only way that you can make money is if you go and work a job, work that job for 2 whole weeks, right, to get paid. Y'all, there are people that are literally going to work, that went to work this morning and was told that their services was no longer needed. And then it's like, damn, what do I do? Hell, it takes time to file a motherfucking unemployment claim. It takes time to, you know what I mean, try to go pull out your money from 401k. So why not be proactive instead of being reactive? Why not get ahead instead of waiting, you know what I'm saying, until some shit happened to you, when it's like, baby, okay, if I lose my job tomorrow, okay, so what? I'm good. I got this. Well, I guess I'm about to double down on this then. You know what I mean? And that's what I get on this internet to try to encourage all people to do that, because I once was that person. I once was like, well, if I work a little bit harder, if I do a little bit more. My husband used to work 2 full-time jobs, y'all. Work 20 hours out of the day. And I said, babe, this ain't it. This ain't it. Yeah, it helped us to get by, but it was like, okay, what else can I do? And don't get me wrong, everybody goes through a phase of sacrifice, whether that be your time, money, energy, whatever, right? But at the same time, what am I doing to get out of that? What am I doing to get out of that cycle? Because that's the thing. We'll let years, decades, bitch, go by of you doing the same shit and then be like, well, woe is me. Why hasn't this happened? Where again, like, COVID should have told you. And now, I don't know if, like I said, if y'all watching the news, if y'all paying attention, how motherfuckers is literally losing their job. People that went to school, baby. I remember having a degree, baby. That used to be solid. Baby, you got a degree, you good, you set. Where now, that don't mean shit, y'all. We got motherfuckers in this administration that don't know their ABCs. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what the world is. So if you don't create something of your own and have something of your own where you can control, literally, because again, essentially a 9 to 5 is a person controlling when you eat. He's allowing when you can eat and basically when you can starve. Because we're at a place now where it's like, fuck at will state. I don't even think the shit mean that no more. It's, hey, I don't like you, so we no longer need your services. Damn, bitch, I've been here for 26 years. I've never gotten a write-up. I've never done any. So we don't want your services. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? And then for people, like, my husband is older, you know, and these are conversations that we have. Like, imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that, God forbid, if anything would happen, he got backup plans and stuff too. But I'm just saying, like, imagine someone, you know, even his age from, baby, a lot of people be discriminating when it comes to, because being a supervisor, I ain't gonna lie to you, people used to be looking at applications and being like, oh, they was born in the 70s. Yeah, they ain't gonna be no good, so we not gonna hire them. Fuck them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, for people y'all that have been on jobs for 30 years are losing their jobs just on some baby, if you don't create something of your own, you gonna be looking crazy out here in these streets. What'd you say, Mika girl? Hey, Stefan from Miami. It's crazy how long I've been watching you. For me, it's not the knowing, it's thinking something is a scam. Yeah, and I mean, and that's a part of it, because again, like, and I get it, and I'm not trying to be like hard on you or anything like that, Mika, but I'm just saying, like, And I'm not a type of person that always tries to like throw numbers out, but I be like, I literally have people that'll be like, oh my God, I've been watching you for 6 months. Girl, I made $60,000. Even if you ain't made, even if you didn't make 60,000, you could have made 5,000. You could have made, you know what I mean? You could have been up. And it's just like, because we're scared to walk out on faith. And that's the thing, like, especially when people be, you know, because y'all know I love me some Jesus and stuff like that, girl. But I'm just saying, like, when people be saying, like, oh, you know, I believe in God, I trust in God, I read my word, but are you though? Because it's plain sight in the Bible. He says all of this in the Bible, and it's like, I didn't know that. You know, I used to be, oh, I'm a believer in God, but I wasn't reading my word. I didn't know, right? It wasn't until I started reading my word and like getting into Proverbs, getting into, you know, I love the book of Esther and stuff like that. And like just seeing like how God can literally, like people always want to think negatively, like how your life can change overnight negatively. But your life could change overnight in a positive way if you just locked in and just said, hey, I'm going to purposely do something different. Obviously, I've been doing the same shit for 10 years and ain't nothing happening. I'm still miserable. I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still in that same cycle. All right, worst case scenario, what's the worst that can happen? Because the thing, a lot of people don't equate money to like losing money to losing time. Time is the biggest asset that we have, y'all. And the more and more time that you let go by, you know what I mean, that's you could be in a better situation. But you know what I mean, procrastination is basically you delaying yourself to success. You know what I mean? If you just say, hey, if I just do something differently, yeah, you might fail at it. But at the end of the day, the point is to keep going. And that's the thing where I think a lot of people have this misconception of thinking that well, you know, if it, you know, maybe she just got lucky or it worked for her. No, what was the framework? What was the strategy that she followed? It's not about doing exactly what you see somebody doing. It's okay, let me start learning high income skills. Let's just start there, right? I don't know exactly maybe what I want to do with them, but let me start there, you know, and then kind of go from and kind of build upon it. A lot of people just hear course, and I get it. I've been scammed in what's the word, y'all? I've been scammed and, you know, basically motherfuckers took my money and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And I was pissed. But at the same time, if I would have never probably even took that step, I wouldn't have took the step that I did. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's why I always encourage people, baby, pray, fast if you need to fast, baby, consult God. And, you know, really, like, if something has been, like, egging at you and, like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I keep seeing this pop up. That ain't just your algorithm, baby. That's you need to make a move. You know what I'm saying? Because this could be a whole life-changing experience from you. Like, y'all, like, not to sound corny or cheesy, but, like, I literally was so terrified to invest in myself. I was so scared. I was like, bro, like, cause y'all, I'm talking about as a person that used to, I'm telling you, baby would get paid, had all my bills coming out and shit like that. And on payday, baby, by the time everything came out, I had $2.13 in my motherfucking account. I'm not playing with you. So I get it. Being terrified to walk out and I said, God, what else do I have to fucking lose at this point? I don't, you know what I'm saying? So either, and this is the thing that I'm learning as a coach and as a mentor, even sometimes with like pricing your products and stuff like that, right? Sometimes your price can attract a certain type of person. Like my program, baby, it's well worth over $3,000, right? But I try to, you know, give an entry point so people can start, because I get it. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. But at the same time, like, you are you gonna put in the work? Are you gonna show up? Like, if you, and I tell people this all the time, and I shouldn't say this, right? I should easily funnel people into my offers, but I'm like, it's not that deep. Hell yeah, you can go on this internet and watch YouTube. Now, granted, it might take you some months, damn near some years, few weeks to try to compile this information together and come up with something. But is the information there? Yeah. But at the same time, how bad do you want it? How fed up are you? You know what I mean? Because a lot of us, again, are just comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, having just enough. You know what I mean? And it's like, again, that has been normalized. Well, those things just don't happen for me. Stuff like that doesn't happen. I'm just a middle class person. That's just what it is. But you can't be an upper class person. You can't have the things that you want. You can't drive the car that you want. Like, and, you know, for me, it wasn't necessarily that my ambition was never there. It was more so the people that I was around. And that's why, y'all, it's so important to surround yourself with wealthy-minded people. And that's not just in their pockets, but how they think. If you're around somebody and you're trying to share your dreams and your thoughts and your ideas and maybe something that could make you more money or get you in a better place in your life, and they saying something negative or they trying to discourage you, that could be what's holding you back. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not even necessarily you, right? Because who doesn't want more for themselves? Who doesn't want, I mean, I don't know. It could be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So again, I wasn't saying it like that, sis. But no, I definitely feel you. But what you say? Nobody going to hire a 60-year-old person. I mean, it's rare. It's rare you talk about jail. What you mean by that? True age makes a difference. Nobody's going to hire a 60-year-old person. I mean, in this world, it's very rare, unfortunately, which shouldn't be true. Because, like, I mean, again, I know some people that are 60 that are more equipped, more, you know what I'm saying, knowledgeable, you know what I mean, wiser than a lot of people. Um, Time is more important than money. It is. And you said buying NPM program is a step out on my faith. Yeah, and God is gonna reward you for that when you put in the work, sis. And that's why I'm saying, I'm here to support you. And that's one thing you'll see, like once you kind of like be up in the community, like for real, like y'all, we all can win. And that'd be the biggest thing that I just want people to know. Like, yeah, I know there's some people that be gatekeeping and shit like that, but that's not who I am, because at the end of the day, what God has for me, he has for me. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I've always said, because I remember being in such a just feeling like it was the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst financial situation that I had ever been in. But then I had to remember, damn, even in this moment, even though I'm upset, even though I don't get to do the things that I want to do, even though I can't provide the things that I want to provide for my kids at that time, I had to kind of take a step back. And that'd be another thing that a lot of people don't realize, because this is a part of it. Sometimes you're so fixated on what you lack and what you don't have, you forget that you're living in the answered prayer. There was once a moment where maybe this apartment that you in, maybe this house that you in, you was once like, God, if you could just please just help me get this house or whatever like that. I promise you I ain't gonna ask you for nothing else. You know how you be doing. You know how you be making them little side deals with God, right? And in the moment you get it, you kind of forget. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then you're like, damn, I don't have this. I wish I want to have this. Da, 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 da. And I get it. Motherfucker, the cost of living is going up, baby. So shit do be changing, but sometimes we lose, that thought of like, damn, he's brought me through some shit before. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm a cusser. And yes, I be talking about Jesus while I be cussing. Mind your business. But I'm just saying, yeah, he's brought me through things before, so why he can't do it again? And we get so fixated on dollar amounts and money and materialistic things, when to God it's minimum. It's nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, you think saying out loud, baby, I want to make $1,000,000. All right, well, let's come up with a game plan. How do we reach that? Have we broken down? Have we actually wrote it out? Have you came up with a game plan, or you just want some shit just handed to you without you not doing the work? And that's the difference. That's what it took for me to really change it. Okay, I would always say I want these things, but what action am I going to actually take? Because me just praying and hoping and wishing, it don't necessarily work like that. Yeah, some shit may land in your hands, but baby, for everything that I've had in my life, I've had to work for it. Nothing has been given to me. And that's why I be telling y'all all the time, like with digital marketing and digital products and shit, bitch, I ain't never went viral for this shit. Never. Okay? I just learned how to position myself and get in front of the right people that cared about what I wanted to say, serve them, give them the tea, you know what I'm saying? Get them the gems, you know what I'm saying? And again, bring them into my offer. And for the ones that have been serious, because I'm being completely honest with you, I've had people that fallen off. Again, I'm not responsible for your success, but what I can guarantee you is if you invest with me, you're gonna get structure, you're gonna get motherfucking system, and you're gonna be able to you're gonna get some support. Now, if you decide that you ain't into it or whatever like that and you want to follow up, baby, that's on you. But for all of my students that I have had that have put in the work, and like I said, that really tap in and I always tell people, you gotta look at shit like failure is no option. This shit gotta work. So bitch, if I gotta stay up all night, because that'd be another thing, y'all be pissing me off when y'all be like, well, I just don't have the time to do it. But then meanwhile, your ass is out to eat on the weekend. Your ass is on a girl's trip doing this, and that. And you're talking about, oh, well, I can't. But you made time for that. So why you don't make time for this? Like, that's what really sets people being successful at entrepreneurship versus the ones that's not, versus the ones that start and stop. And I can say that confidently as a person that started different side hustles, that try to do, like, because it looked cute, it sounded good on paper, right? But my ambition wasn't there. It was just something that I was hoping that, oh, maybe this could be a quick fix, and I only gave it 2 or 3 weeks. And then the moment that it didn't pop off for me, I gave up. And that's why a lot of y'all, again, I be talking myself out of sales all the time when I say this, but again, like, what God got for me, he got for me. I'm good. You know what I mean? But like, a lot of y'all be in this shit trying to do it for just strictly the money. But do you care about actually transforming people's lives? Do you care about actually serving people, giving value? Because if you don't, then this may not be something for you. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to look into something else or whatever like that. And again, like, that's how you have longevity. That's how you're able to scale a business, by you serving. There's a lot of times, y'all, I've gotten on phone calls with people. Baby, was on the phone with them for 2 motherfucking hours. I ain't make no money from that. Do you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, God continues to bless me because I put myself in positions. I help people, and it comes back to me. So if you don't have that thought process, if you don't have that mindset, baby, you're going to burn out real fast. Because if you're just doing this on, maybe I need to make $1,000. That's why I be telling people, like, don't operate out of desperate energy. Yeah, if you're broke or whatever like that, and you find a way to get the money to invest itself, cool. But at the same time, purposely change your mindset. Like, hey, this shit gotta work. That's how I was when I invested in myself for the very first time to learn high income skills, y'all. I ain't really had that money. I mean, I did, but I didn't. Like, I tell you all the time, I was doing UGC at the time, and I had got my highest paid deal. But I needed that money for like other bills and other shit that I needed to take care of. But because it was such a large sum of money that I wasn't, kind of used to getting to, I was like, well, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. Maybe, you know what I mean? Because I had fasted and everything like that. And I was like, well, technically I got the money to do it. Do I really have the money to do it? No. I ain't had the money to do that shit. But I was like, look, this shit gotta work. Failure's not an option. So whatever the fuck I gotta do, baby, I'm willing to be locked into this computer. But bitch, if I ain't gotta go out, I won't leave this room. And literally the very day that I got started with digital products, y'all, or digital marketing, my husband was looking at me like, are you okay? Like, bitch, you ain't check, y'all, to the point where TMI. I didn't take a shower. I was so locked into the computer because I was like, bitch, I gotta learn this shit. I'm gonna learn this shit. I'm gonna be damn good at this shit. And I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna take out. And crazy thing about it is my mindset at that time, I wasn't even thinking big. I was just like, bitch, if I could just make an extra $1,000, I know, because I'm looking through the testimonies of the community. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker said that they made 10K. This person said they made 20K. And I'm like, the first thing that I always think, if it's already been done, bitch, I don't have to be the Neil Armstrong of this shit and be the first person to walk on the moon. It's already been done. It's proof right here. Oh baby, it's over. If I could just make it that was my exact thing that I said. I said, if I could just make an extra $1,000, baby, I'm good. I'm straight. And I started off as a faceless creator. I started off not showing my face completely, y'all. Made 15K literally in 23 days of my journey selling somebody else's shit. That opened up even now, I'm not gonna lie. As I continued in my journey and everything like that, and I was making money, this is the most money I had ever seen, especially in a short time frame. But I never at once, I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't thinking at the time like, oh, I can create my own offer, I can do my own thing. I was like, bitch, shit, I ain't showing my face and I'm making about $3,000 a day. Baby, I'm gonna continue doing this. I don't need to do shit else. But sometimes God will put you in situations, right, to see that, baby, you've already had this. You've been that. Okay, you've been that girl. All right, but you need to learn how to like take this and do something with it. This should be pushing you into the direction to do something of your own. But at the time, I didn't know that that's what it was. And I had been, as I'm making money and I'm getting excited, I'm starting to be able to do things for my family and things like that. One thing about me, baby, I'm gonna always invest in myself. So I started, I opened up a mutual fund, got me some few little accounts because I wanted my money to be, because again, this is the most money I've ever seen in my life. And so I'm like, I want to be smart about it because, bitch, I can't go back to being broke. I refuse. Like, that's how I was, And so, like, something like God just kind of kept putting on my heart and was like, you need to start helping moms. Like, help moms, speak to moms. And here I am, a person that I didn't want to be a mom. Didn't really, I'm like, girl, I'll help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, why mom specifically? But it just kept coming up. And I kind of just kept ignoring it. And I'm like, bitch, I'm getting money. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how I was. You know what I'm saying? And then, y'all, when I grew my Instagram page, my faceless Instagram page, literally to, sorry, y'all, my mouth was dry. Literally to 22,000 followers, y'all. Following the system, following the structure that I got started with. I looked at DWA, y'all, like it was motherfucking gold. And I'm telling you, I still got old videos up, old lives. Go back to 2024. You can see them for yourself. I looked at that shit like it was gold, y'all. And I was like, it's too many. It was 100+ people. It was more than that. When I got in there, it was 42,000 people. But I'm saying, like, the testimonies. I used to, every morning I would wake up and I would look at the like, if I'm feeling down, motherfuckers ain't really watching my content or shit like that, I would go back in there and I'll just look at the testimonies. I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna drop my shit. One day I'm gonna be on here, and I just use that as motivation every single day. But y'all, literally day 5 is when I got my first sale. Now, can you imagine not showing your motherfucking face? You didn't even create a motherfucking product. And I have to say it like this because as a person that really, what's the word? How am I trying to say this, girl? I really take a lot of pride in my community and the trainings that I put inside of there. Like, I'm very intentional about that. I want moms to not be confused. I want you to be clear. Any of my moms, if they inside of this live right now, I'm really big on like, hey, did you understand? Do you need me to break this down again? And, building your own community, building training and stuff like that to help somebody, right? Like, it's taken me a lot of time to get used to the fact that, like, I'm not responsible for your success, but I want to do everything that I possibly can to aid you to reaching a success point, because if I can do it, I feel like you can do it as well. That's just how I feel, right? But like, looking back, I'm just like, I like, it's a lot. It's a lot to, take in. And like I said, as I was going through the program and everything like that, I was just like, man, this is so much information. I'm writing notes. I got y'all, I used to have notebooks literally of like each module because I wanted to, be able to understand it. Like, I lived and breathed that program because I just knew, like, I was like, man, this shit is gonna work. Failure is not an option. I'm not taking no for an answer. And I would literally used to be on live, y'all. This is before I really had like a real like plan, I guess you could say. But girl, and I guess more so because I wasn't showing my face, but I don't give a fuck about getting on live now, obviously, because I pretty much go live every day. But like, I would be like, I'm not getting off this motherfucker until somebody buy. But again, I wasn't showing my face. I would literally have the camera around. But like, I just wasn't taking no for an answer. And it's like, yeah, you're not gonna know everything. That's not the point. It's not about being an expert. It's like, are you taking time to learn these skills? And like, I feel like if people would start looking at it as like, yeah, you gotta put in that work, but it's worth it. When you go work out, I fucking hate working out, but baby, every time them abs start popping, I get a little line. I'll be like, okay, bitch, let me get back on the treadmill, or let me do some more crunches or whatever like that. Like, it's just a part of it, right? Yeah, it sucks in the moment, right? Because you want these results to happen overnight, and for some people, that's happened, right? But for a lot of people, it don't happen overnight. But you should not. That should never be like you're the only reason why you're doing this. Why are you trying to change your life? Is it just for the money? Or do you want motherfucking peace, bitch? Do you want freedom? Do you want to finally be able to put your bills on auto pay, right? Well, bitch, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going because I need these bills on auto pay. And like, you gotta have those things that kind of like keep you motivated and keep you going because y'all, it's 5 of y'all in this motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all, that would be discouraging. But you know why it don't discourage me? Because a lot of motherfuckers come back and watch my lives, and that's where a lot of my sales come from, girl. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, so don't think that, like, because social media and you see all these creators that get thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers, baby, I'm telling you, I've been in rooms with these people, okay? I've had conversations with these people, okay? And they ain't getting no money. So again, like, a lot of people don't even understand. And this is why I'm telling y'all, because I've been seeing a little bit of it on Instagram. Start paying attention to the influencers and shit like that. I guarantee you a lot of them are launching digital products. You know why? Because, baby, it true. That's motherfucking evergreen, bitch. That's, bitch, making money. Like, can you imagine making money from a video that you posted 2 years ago? And just deposits is rolling in? That's what the fuck I still have to this day, y'all. I have a video on my channel right now. DWA. The motherfucker is to the point where DWA, it was still resale rights. People still buy DWA off of me. That, and it's truly, to me, that's passive income because, like, I don't even push DWA like that because a lot of times I'm talking to moms. But, like, I posted that video 2 years ago. I still get views from that video. I still get sales from that video. That's the power of digital marketing. You can create an offer. You can create a product, an asset, and sell that shit over and over and over and over. Yeah, put in the work in the beginning, my heart. If it's something like, especially like your own community or your own course, yeah, it's gonna be some work. But there's different levels of you doing it. I launch NPM, and I tell my students this all the time. I launched that shit. It wasn't even finished. It wasn't even finished, y'all. And I still got people to buy. Started off, it was at $77, and I made my way up as I added more in value. And like I said, for the price that it is, it's a motherfucking... Y'all, I have bought different offers just to see what's out there, baby. And I'm not saying it because it's me. Shit don't touch NPM. The support that you get, baby, the mama bot alone is worth about $1,000, okay? Because the fact that you have somebody that's going to coach you 24/7, that's going to check you and be like, nah, bitch, don't put that out. That shit is trash. Knows keywords, SEO, all of that, branding, marketing, knows everything inside of NPM. So if you want to look something up and we're not having to actually try to go and find it, because again, these are all the things that I dealt with in my journey, right? And then as I started helping people, because this is the thing, let me make sure, because I know I got some new people in here. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all may not ever see me, because let me explain to you why I'm qualified. The reason what made me launch my own offer and create my own community was when I started with DW, and like I mentioned, I started faceless, okay? At that time, I was kind of talking to really just everybody, more so because I had men, I had women. A lot of it was still women, and I had started noticing, because I'm very, like, I don't know if it's my Leo energy or whatever. I think it's definitely a Leo thing. I feel like I'm very, like, territorial. Like, I feel like if you enter into my presence, baby, your ass is gonna be motivated, you're gonna be inspired, or you're gonna learn some shit. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. And so, like, I was like I feel like I was getting like very defensive, that I would be helping people, right? And like, I'm like, okay, girl, just do this, and that. Or I'll tell a guy, like, hey, just do this, and that. And they'll make their sale. Well, I had started noticing that, like, it was moms. Like, I'm like, hey, girl, just do this, and that. And she wouldn't make she wouldn't like follow through or whatever like that. And she's got the exact same program that I got. I'm like, girl, I'm a mom. I get it. I be limited on time and shit like that too. But that don't mean shit. Like, if you follow the structure, hey, even try doing it this way, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you can see success. But they would all like fall off. And I had started noticing a pattern. I'm like, damn, I'm checking in on her. She ain't made no money yet. I'm checking in on her. She ain't made no money yet. I'm checking in on her. She ain't made no money yet. And I'm like, damn, all of these hoes. I mean, sorry. When I say hoes, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean HEAUX. But I'm like, all of these hoes, They ain't making no money. I'm like, girl, what's the problem? And if you know me, like I will text you, send you a voice note. Hey, girl, what the fuck is going on? Like, we need to get on the phone. You need to concentrate. What's going on? Like, what's the problem? And they all would kind of be like, girl, it's just Lil Bobby got something going on. Ray, he just, you know what I'm saying? He taking me through it right now. I just don't have the time to try to go through these modules. I said, damn, girl, did you go to any of the master classes? The master classes is beneficial. Girl, I just can't. Like, I just don't. Girl, I just, and I'm just like, but what the hell did you invest? And again, I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to even say shit. But I'm just like, I'm very like invested because maybe I know what it's like spending. I don't care if it's $2. Maybe I need to make my $2 back. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. And so it triggers something in me to be like, okay, I want to help these women. So I end up not knowing what I was doing, y'all. Launched my little community. It was the first time that I ever kind of really stepped out and was like doing my own thing. But it was more so to aid these women that were in the community that I was in. And I'm like, girl, like at this point I had made my first 6 figures, because I made my first 6 figures in 9 months. And I think I launched Mom's Method. I want to say it was like September. Girl, I can't remember exactly. But anyways, so I had started this little community and I was just offering people support. Well, I started attracting other people that had other courses and stuff like that, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, at the time it was very scary for me, because I'm like, well, I'm very loyal to this community. I can only speak about this community. So I don't know about all the other shit, baby. I can help, I didn't know what God was like trying to like prepare me for, but I was like, okay, whatever. I just feel like, hey, this is my structure. This is my framework. This is what I do. I don't try to overthink it. I literally film my everyday life, because at this point I'm face forward if I didn't say that. But I'm like, I film my everyday life. I don't try to get on this internet and fake the funk, because I noticed when I was trying to do that and have my little YouTube voice on here, motherfuckers wasn't fucking with me when nobody subscribing and shit, right? So I'm like explaining to these women, I'm like, hey, and again, y'all, I had no real like, hey, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, because people don't understand when it comes to like mentorship, it's not about you having all the answers or you've made $1 million or anything like that. It's just you strictly are just a few steps ahead of somebody else. Like, hey girl, I've already been through that. Let me help you so you ain't got to, doing it. That's really all mentorship is. There's different levels of mentorship too. But like, I was just like, yeah, okay, girl, just do this, and that. Like, I didn't think of it as nothing. And then when I noticed that I would tell these women that, or these moms that specifically, right? Then somebody would hit me up like 2 days later, girl, I did what you said. And I have like, if you go on my Instagram and look at my little testimony tab, I have like still some of those. If they ain't expired, I need to go and look at that and hurry up and try to say that shit. But that just made me think about that. I need to do that. But people would like text me and be like, hey girl, I did what you said to do or whatever like that. Everything is motherfucking content. Everybody know I used to say that. And they'll be like, hey, I just got my first sale, or hey, I just made my first 1K. I made my first 5K. And I'm like, okay. And then so at the time I didn't know, again, I'm not one of them type of people that just be like, oh, I'm your coach. I'm your, I'm like, bitch, I'm a regular person. I'm a mama that just wanted to make some money. And I learned how to do it. I found out that the process wasn't that hard. It was a simple framework. And now I just try to share it with everybody so they can do the exact same thing. Because why not, right? And so then it was like, after like, okay, one person to say something, then it'd be 2 people, then it'd be 3 people, then it'd be 4 people, then it'd be 5 people, then 6 people, then 7. And I'm like, okay, so I can help men, I can help women, and I'm helping women that were like really struggling the most, that were moms. So I'm like, okay, maybe. And then a lot of my students was like, girl, the way that you explain stuff, because like, y'all, you got to keep in mind, this is me just telling my truth and me being honest. I lived and breathed the program that I got started with, DWA. If you know me, you know. If you go on my channel, and literally my whole channel was blasted with like DWA everything, right? Because I love that program. It changed my life for me. I will always give Rachel and DWA like they flowers, because I branched off and did my own thing. But if it had not been for that, if I had not invested in myself, if I had not started, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have the things that I have today. Like, I'm always gonna give credit where credit is motherfucking due. But I was like, girl, like, I kind of almost felt guilty when they were like, you should create your own offer or whatever like that. And I'm like, I'm not qualified to do that shit. Like, girl, all I'm doing is basically regurgitating, what it say inside of DWA. But the way I'm translating, I guess, to people, it clicked more. Because I'm like, girl, it ain't that motherfucking deep. Bitch, this is all you got to do. You, like I said, if you know me, you know, like the type of coach or whatever that I am. I'm just like, bitch, it ain't that deep. This is all you got to do. You know what I mean? And I guess people, really enjoyed that. And so all of my students were like, girl, you like, for real, if you launch your own offer one day, it'll be crazy. Like, in the way how you be talking to us. Cause like, again, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. I'm gonna get you together. I'm cool. Cause it's like, girl, you over here overthinking shit when it's like, let's get going. Post that bullshit ass content. Cause it's gonna be your first piece of content. Nobody's gonna watch your shit anyway. Let's keep it moving. Okay. We're gonna get better with time. But if you don't just post, you ain't gonna never grow. And so It really sat with me for a while. Like I didn't feel that confident. I didn't think that I was qualified. And so I say all to say, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all, everybody, people that you may look up to, people that you admire, like motherfuckers, everybody goes through trial and error. Everybody second guesses themselves. So what? Okay, but the point is to step out on faith and do it. You know why? Because you want to change your life, because you want that freedom, because you want that peace, because you want to put your bills on auto pay, because you want to buy you a luxury apartment, because you ain't never been able to have shit in your name or whatever like that, because you had a light bill in your name when you was 2. I'm just telling you a little bit about my life, okay? So again, like, but if you don't never step out, like, you gonna be, all you're gonna do, all you have is to basically live with regret. Like, well, damn, I wish I would have did this. Damn, I wish I would have got started. Damn, I wish I would have. Bitch, I don't have time for wishing. I need this shit to get done. Tomorrow ain't promised for none of us. So, bitch, you better live the best life that you can while you got time on this earth. Because, again, time is your biggest asset, not fucking money. And if you learn to really change your outlook on money and stop making it seem like it's just so far. Baby, when you start saying, baby, money flows to me like water, okay? Money's always surrounding me. You know why? Because I've taken the time to learn high income skills so I can always create opportunities for myself. So money is constantly always around me. I don't have this lack, because I used to be that person that had this lack thought process of money. Like, oh my gosh, I'm penny pinching. I used to be scared to open up my bank account knowing damn well I ain't had no money in there, but I was scared to look at it. Even, you know what I mean? All that type of shit. Now I be like, bitch, I love, it's crazy how your life can completely change. I'm like, bitch, I just love open up my motherfucking Indiana Credit Union, my Amex, my motherfucking Chase Bank. I be like, bitch, you really are that motherfucking girl. Her, you know what I mean? And it's like, I remember visualizing that shit. Like, I mean, I guess if you want to call it manifestation, I'm not really baby, I say everything is God, the Lord, Jesus, okay? But I get it, if you into manifestation, whatever, what's it called, quantum leap and all that shit, if that's what you want to do, the life that you want to live, bitch, is literally running parallel to your ass right now, okay? But you have to step into that identity. I used to say this all the time, like, when I was broke, I used to motherfucking eat broke, bitch. I used to eat no shade to McDonald's, but I'm just saying in reality that shit is some broke minded shit. Like, but I used to eat McDonald's all the motherfucking time because I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Not because that was, baby, you can go get you some vegetables and cut you up a nice salad and stuff like that. Like, you could do that. You know what I mean? But like, people don't be, people be operating and moving. People think that, oh well, in order for me to step into that identity, I need to go start spending money. Is that what you're saying? No, and that's not what I'm saying. Like, you gotta, how does successful you move? What does your day look like? You being intentional. A lot of things that I tell my students is like, treat your business from day one like it's a motherfucking $1 million business. Regardless if a motherfucker is following you, supporting you, liking you, hopping in your live, commenting or whatever, none of that shit matters, bitch. Y'all, eventually y'all are. So I'm talking, I get it, y'all. That's why people be like, girl, and I don't want y'all to be thinking, because I know sometimes y'all be scared to ask me questions, because I didn't got so used to not looking at the screen, and really I can't see, so I don't want y'all to ever think, baby, I'll look. I'll ask me some questions. I'm here to help you, girl or sir. But no, like, operate. Who is gonna fight you, y'all? That's why I always say that. Like, who the fuck is gonna fight you if you show up as the person that you want to be? Who is that person? One thing that I used to do, like, it's so funny. Like now, like my husband and I, a few months back, or earlier this year, should I say, I've always wanted to like live in like a big city and things like that. And like, I used to always want to have an apartment or like like a high rise or something like that in a big city. For a while, it was going to be Atlanta. I ended up getting an Airbnb that ended up going a little left or whatever like that. But more so what I'm trying to say is recently I closed on my apartment, my Chicago apartment. And the funny thing about it is where I end up buying it at is where it's at in Chicago, it's like different areas. I don't know if y'all familiar with Chicago. There's like different areas like Old Town, you got Streeterville, all these different little, basically they little cities, but they really all in the same motherfucking place. But anyways, we used to go, girl, broke as hell, ain't had no money. Ain't have no motherfucking money, bitch, okay? But we used to literally drive there and just walk around, and we would say like, oh man, like, I'd be like, man, babe, I'm telling you, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get here. And this is like way back in the day. Like when I first met my husband, I used to always just want to like be there. It's so crazy how God would bring you full circle. I used to go over there we would go there all the fucking time. Baby, ain't got no money to barely get a motherfucking Portillo hot dog, okay? Could barely afford that, okay? But I would walk the neighborhood at the time, the neighborhood that I bought my apartment in. I didn't know what it was called then, but like we would just, and I'm like, man, it's something about this area. It just makes me feel like I'm at home, but I don't know why. Cause I always thought that I was going to be like strictly like right downtown where all the shit is at, you know what I'm saying? Where all the shopping is at. And I just remember, and like we would go, and I'm like, babe, I don't know how I'm gonna get here, but we gonna get here. I don't know how I'm gonna get here, but we gonna get here. I don't know how I'm gonna get here, and I would just always say that. And I remember certain family members of mine would be like, bitch, like what? Like just so some hater ass shit, y'all. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it be your motherfucking family that you need to cut the fuck off because they're miserable, because they're unhappy, and because they're unlucky that they be trying to project their asses on you, and that's the shit that be holding you back too. But it's just crazy now that like y'all literally years later, you know, God's timing is God's timing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in order to reach his timing, you know, you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in that action. Shit ain't gonna happen. I mean, again, ain't nothing happened to me just out of it just fell out of the sky. So if that's what you thinking and that's what you hoping and praying for, I'm telling you now, you wasting time. You have the ability to change your reality. You have the ability to change your pocketbook, girl, your bank account. But it's gonna require you to become a different you. It's gonna require you to step out on faith. It's gonna require you to get unmotherfucking comfortable. And until you do that shit, bitch, you're gonna be in the same place. Okay? And again, like it has to get to a point where not even on some materialistic things, but just having peace. Y'all, I used to experience so much anxiety and so much yeah, I guess anxiety shit. I don't even want to claim that shit like that, like to say it like that, but like for real, like bill collectors calling me and shit, I'm like, fuck. Like, what am I gonna say? Like, I gotta try to make a mother like every week, getting on the phone, I gotta make this payment arrangement. Let me try to, will y'all take 200? Okay, because I really ain't even got that. But will y'all take 200 and then be calling the day before, canceling that payment arrangement and doing that to finally get out of that? And I felt like I was in that cycle for so long, and woe was me. And, well, oh God, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? And again, we normalize thinking, oh, well, maybe I can go get a second job. Or maybe I can go do DoorDash. Or maybe I can go do Instacart. Or maybe I can go do this, right? When that's just a temporary fix, a Band-Aid. Bitch, you about to go burn up all this goddamn gas for $40? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got an electric car, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you push an electric vehicle, do your thing. But even that, you still putting hard, you know, labor and shit on your car. But, you know, us, we be so quick. Like, I just feel like if you open up your, look, I'm sorry I did all this cussing, y'all. But I'm passionate sometimes. Okay, girl or sir. But I'm telling you, if you are someone that's like stuck in a situation and it's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds cheesy, but like be intentional and start praying. Really, before you even start praying, start thanking God and saying, you know what, God, like I know I ain't talked to you in a minute. I know I usually don't talk to you when I want something, but I just want to say thank you. I don't even want nothing. I just want to say thank you because I got all my fingers and toes. I got my eyesight, baby. I ain't got no health conditions. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Yeah, I might not be where I want to be, but I once was praying for this life. I once was praying for, you know, the life that I'm living right now. So yeah, it's not it damn sure ain't what I want it to be, right? But at the same time, let me give you the glory, let me give you the honor because I ain't have to be this far. Because some people y'all didn't wake up today. Some people didn't have their job today. Some people didn't have the opportunities that you have today. And instead of you always focusing on, because when you think about it, you're wasting so much time. You spend so much time in it. Like I used to be like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up crying, because the one thing about me, I'm a crybaby, y'all. I love a good cry. But like, I'm like, what is that gonna change? Okay, you feel a little bit better, you cry, but at the same time, what is that gonna do? So what are we gonna do differently to not have this situation happen again, or to not get these lights cut off again? But for real, you know what I'm saying? So again, y'all, I know I get on here and I be acting a fool, but I just, like I said, I encourage you because I'm so grateful to God that like the people that I get exposed to, the people that I get to help, you know, I've helped people, y'all, from literally the ages of 16 all the way up to 67 years old. I too, when I first started, thought that this was only for girls, women, moms, right? But for God to open up the door for me to have students all across the world, in Dubai, in Jamaica, in Mexico, in Thailand, I'm trying to think of some other foreign places that I had. One person in Vietnam, like Portugal, outside of the US, y'all. Like you gotta stop thinking so small-minded. Like if God gave you the provision, baby, he's gonna give you the customers, he's gonna give you the clients. Like you gotta get out of your head and being scared, because at the end of the day, bitch, where is scared getting you? Where has it gotten you? Okay? Other than wasting some motherfucking time and you crying or whatever like that or whatever. Bitch, if it takes you to turn on some I can't think of the person's name. Myron Golden. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Baby, what's that man name? The white man name? His shit do be inspiring. Bob Proctor or whatever. Then do that shit. Like, but again, stop saying that. Oh, woe is me. I'm never gonna get anywhere. Like, cause you really are drawing that into your life, y'all. Negativity is sad. It's damn near more powerful than positivity. A lot of people won't say that shit, but it is. Like, you be quick. You know how you be like, "Ooh, I hope I don't run into nobody. Ooh, I hope I don't run into nobody. Oh, I hope I don't run into that person. I hope I don't run into that person." When you be looking bad, and what happens? You run into that motherfucking person. Any other time, you don't never run into that goddamn person. When you be looking good, when you be looking damn good or whatever like that. But it's like that draws in so much easier than positivity. So, but at the end of the day, what's the worst case scenario if you just be positive? What's the worst case scenario if you just... What's the worst case scenario, bitch, if you follow your dreams? What's the worst case scenario if you put in the motherfucking work? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really feel like anything is motherfucking possible. Like, I always say, like, if you can breathe it, smell it, hear it, touch it, taste it, that shit already yours. Because, baby, you wouldn't have been able to do that if you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, stop thinking that you can't change your situation. I encourage you all. Learning high income skills is probably one of the best things that you can do, because it's the foundation of really anything. If you want to make some money online, point blank period, baby. If you want to make some money online in general, if you have a brick and mortar business, right, that maybe you want to relaunch, rebrand, do whatever it is, whatever, like, because it ain't hitting how you want it to, learn high income skills. Learn how people buy. Learn why people buy. Learn about logical buyers versus emotional buyers. Learn about positioning. Learn about these different things, because it can help you and open up the doors, not just for reselling somebody else's offer, but eventually creating your own. Maybe launching that podcast. Maybe launching that YouTube channel. I encourage so many people. I'm like, if y'all don't get on motherfucking YouTube, if y'all don't do shit else, if y'all don't take nothing else from me, if you don't get on motherfucking YouTube, I get paid, y'all, to drop gems and shit that I was gonna do anyway, and I make AdSense for this. On average, my AdSense check be anywhere from $500 to about $700. I was gonna go live anyway. You know what I'm saying? So again, now that's on top of if I actually created more videos and long form videos. Like, so again, we are the generation, regardless of how young or old you are, we have access to social media, we have access to the internet. Use that shit to your motherfucking advantage. There is no excuse, really, why you are struggling financially when you can create something for yourself. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it you know what I'm saying, it requires you to do work. No, it's not gonna happen overnight, but it's something that, to be in a completely different tax bracket, to be able to do the things that I can do for my family, that I have been able to do, buy my dream car, pay cash for, baby, got the title to it, you know what I'm saying, buy my apartment that I've always wanted to have, because I've never been able to have shit in my name because my credit has always been fucked up, be able to go on vacation whenever I want. My husband, when football season comes, he don't know yet, and he don't be watching my channel, but I've already bought him the Eagle season tickets. You know what I'm saying, baby? I'm pre-registered for it, but I'm about to get it, okay? But I'm just saying, like, these are things that I never would have imagined, you know what I'm saying, in years, that I would be able to do for my family. And, you know, to finally just be in a good financial place. You know what I mean? I'm not a big materialistic person, but to be in a good financial, baby, to put my bills on auto pay, my mortgage, please, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I used to have to keep trying to make little side deals and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But all that came from, I did put in the work. I did show up, but I implemented what I learned. I stayed consistent and I scaled. You know what I'm saying? So if I can do that, you can do that as well too. So if you are interested, if you want to learn more about digital marketing, affiliate marketing, let me know. I'll be happy to help anybody. A lot of times I do talk to moms, but like I said, lately I've been having a few guys. I had like 2 guys last week that got started with DWA. And they are already doing amazing. That's what I'm saying. I would like to see more guys really hop into this, because like DWA, y'all, it's a great community. Again, if you've been watching me or following me for a while, I have only ever talked about 2 products because they work. I'm not trying to upsell you and be like, girl, get this. And then when you finish that, go ahead and get this. No, I try to give you that one and done so you'll be done, okay? Because like I'm telling y'all, if you learn the skills, it really becomes addicting to wanting to do more for yourself and creating an offer and getting better. And yeah, maybe sometimes when, you know, I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes when you launch your first shit might be trash. It's okay. But it's important to be around like-minded individuals where you can get feedback, where you can get like that positivity that you need, because it's scary for anybody launching some shit. Baby, if Beyonce dropped a new motherfucking product today, she's going to be fucking nervous, even though she Beyonce. That's a part of being human, y'all. So stop thinking that that's not like, oh, I'm just too shy right now. Bitch, I'm shy every day. I'm scared. But at the same time, bitch, I need these bills paid. And I want to help people change their lives. So what? Who gonna fight you? You know what I mean? But if don't nobody got no questions, I'm going to hop on off of here. That is my TED Talk for the day. Are you free around 3:30? We on the same time, right? And we on the same time. Is it 2 o'clock right now, sis? Mika? Just text me. I'm about to try to film a YouTube video. I need to do that. I keep saying I'm about to go all in on YouTube, y'all. That's what I'm about to do. Cause Instagram didn't really piss me off with this whole what is it called? Premium subscription. Y'all done lost, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all better get this bag before it's too late. It's too okay. Yeah. So just let me know if that works for you. Do you want to do a Do you want to do a Girl? What's it called? Do you want me to send you a link? Do you want to do a girl? I don't know why my mind just went blank. Do you want me to do a? I'm sorry, girl. Do you want me to send you a link for a I can't get it out. Do you want me to send you a link for a Google Meet call? That's what I'm trying to say. Or do you want to just do like a phone call? Because I know some people be like, girl, I don't want to see you. And I get it. I mean, it's fine. You want to do FaceTime? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll send you a link and just let me know. I'm pretty much free for the rest of the day. I do have to do a few things for the community. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I need to update the, if I got any other mamas in here, I don't want you to think I forgot. I'm about to go in there and I'm going to do that. But I need to get a YouTube video, filmed and edit and really try to get it posted today if I can. But does anybody have any questions? Anybody? Does anybody want to know how you can get started with digital marketing? Also, y'all, one thing that I've been waiting to get more testimonies, but I recently, and I've just kind of like pre-launched this here. I mean, I pretty much, because I already had like 10 people that bought it, but I ain't said nothing, like I haven't really said anything on my channel. Y'all be lurking on my page, but don't be saying nothing. But I am very passionate, and this is another side hustle, y'all. I'm very passionate about training bots, like, because I just love training bots, because y'all, that's the power of this. Like, you have skills and things that you know and things that you overcome, baby. If you don't train a GPT and sell that motherfucker, So and honestly, it came from a lot of guys like, well, damn, I want to be in your community or whatever like that. But you saying it's just for moms. So I've put together this bot. It's called CC Bot. When I tell you she cold, she motherfucking cold, y'all. Like, when I say she's cold, she's motherfucking go, bitch. Like, for real. But like, if you are someone that's been struggling with like coming up with like, okay, well, what do I talk about? What is an actual good like niche for me? You trying to figure out how to launch your own digital product, build your digital product, what format should it be in, whether it's an ebook, a guide, because a lot of y'all be so fixated on it has to be an ebook or it has to be, and it's like, y'all, Netflix is a digital product. I need y'all to understand that, okay? So like, there's so many different ways to do it based off of what problem you solve. So if you are interested, because I have went ahead and published it, like put it actually on my page. But again, I was trying to just wait until I had more testimonies, which I've been getting some and stuff like that, y'all. For if anybody that's in here, I don't know if anybody in the live right now that does have CC Bot, but when I say she's colder than GPT, she's real cold. So I encourage you to, if you want to just start there and just kind of figure out, like, maybe you're not really necessarily ready to like invest in a full-blown course or everything like that. CC Bot literally handles everything for you. She helps you, like, I built her where like she like asks you questions, because that's the thing, y'all be watching the internet and be like, oh, I'm just gonna try to do that, I'm just gonna copy that, and then you go into regular ass chat GPT. It's very bland, it's very like not helpful. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, did we validate this? Did we see if this is something that somebody actively like? Because a lot of y'all be trying to put hobbies and create a digital product from that and then get mad when nobody buy this shit. It's people searching for this shit. That's the number one thing you have to, like, is this valuable? You know what I'm saying? Is this offering a transformation? Is a person going to actually receive an outcome from this? If not, then baby, that's a hobby. Okay? It's not no lucrative. No, it's not. Phone calls better. Okay, we can do that. So just text me whenever you're ready, sis. And I'll trust me, I'll make myself available. I don't really have too much going on like that. I mean, my man get off around 3. But other than that, like, it's not a problem. I've been, like I said, I was waiting on you. I said, whenever you're ready, we can get on the call. So if you want to do phone call, that's fine. I won't bother to send you the the link. Did you see that ADHD? But yeah, so sorry, y'all. I know I got sidetracked. So yeah, if you are interested, because I know I get a lot of questions about that, about starting. A lot of y'all be wanting to work with me one-on-one, and I'm gonna be honest with you, baby, I'm too invested. And look, I am thinking about offering back my mentorship, but I told myself and I promised myself that I wasn't gonna take on more than 6 people. But I will put it out there, because I don't always have it posted on my link. To work with me one-on-one, it is $2,000, and it is for a 30-day. It's like for a 30-day allotment. If you want to extend it, we can extend it. We can talk about that pricing later. But I'm not taking on more than 6 people at this time. And I do have 6 people. And then I have my community. So, but again, locking in with either MPM if you're a mom or DWA is going to be beneficial for you. I'm telling you, like, I get sometimes you do want that one-on-one support with any of my products. I'm going to, you always can reach out to me, ask me questions. Again, y'all, that's why I get on live every single day to help y'all answer any questions. Like, so don't be scared. Don't be afraid. If there's anything that I can do, hell, if I don't know the answer, I can find the answer for you. Like I said, I just encourage all people, moms especially, there's nothing like having your own. There's nothing like you being in control of basically when you can eat, you know what I mean, or the life that you want to live. And if I can do that for myself and really transform my life in such a short period of time, like in the moment, I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit, it didn't feel like it was in the shortest period of time. But now looking back, if I can do that, you can do that as well too. But I definitely am telling you now, it requires you to step out on faith, and it requires you to get uncomfortable. That's the only way you're going to be able to transform your situation. And again, if you're constantly like, oh my gosh, what was me, like, when is it ever going to happen for me? When is God going to send the opportunity? When, why won't this happen for me? Like, what are you doing differently? You still waking up at 9 o'clock when you should be getting up at 5 o'clock. You still ain't even, you know what I'm saying? So again, but all right, y'all. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, I always post the replay. Everything that I talked about will be linked down below in the description or the replay of this video or in the comments of this video. Again, feel free to ask anything. I'm always here. Don't be on no weird shit, y'all. Cause that's why I be trying to be specific and talk to the moms, because y'all be on some weird shit. Okay. I'm here to strictly help you build high income skills. That's it. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to do you. I don't want to do it to you. I don't want nothing. Okay. But